Hey guys, it's Stampedo P here, and I'm coming back with another video. And before I get into this video, I just want to say that I'm very sorry for the lack of uploads. I know I haven't been uploading that much lately, and I will be uploading more. For sure, I will be uploading more. I do want to make more videos, and I'm gonna try to get out at least 2 videos per week. I'm gonna try to get out more than 2 per week, but minimum 2 per week. Minimum. I'm gonna try to get out 2 videos per week. Yeah, that's what I just wanted to say. Because I know like I haven't been uploading that much, and I haven't uploaded in a week. And I really want to upload more videos. I really do. And yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. And let's get into the video. So. This is another UFC video, and for those of you who watch UFC, as you all know, Urijah Faber made his return on last Saturday on UFC Fight Night on ESPN 3, and he made his return against Ricky Simon. Now, before I get into the what happened in the fight, I just want to say that Urijah Faber, he is an amazing fighter. He's a very good fighter. He's a very good person. He's personality wise, everything. He's Urijah Faber is one of those, he's one of those fighters in MMA that make MMA really good. They make like he's one of those fighters that make MMA great. Even though he wasn't the champion in UFC, even though he didn't win a championship belt in the UFC, he still is one of the best fighters in the UFC. And he's just one of those guys that make MMA really great. And what happened in the fight? So he made his return. Now, as for those of you who don't know, Urijah Faber is 40 years old. He retired in 2016 when he fought against Brad Pickett, and he retired after that. And now he came back 3 years later and he won a fight in the first round. So basically, what happened on UFC in his fight that he just had on last Saturday, he fought Ricky Simon and he knocked out Ricky Simon in 46 seconds, 46 seconds into the first round. You know, that's pretty impressive, because Ricky Simon is a pretty good fighter. I mean, he's still very young, and he's only 26 years old. He's very young. He's still rising up, and he was on a 3-fight win streak in the UFC. So, Ricky Simon, he was doing pretty good in the UFC, right? And he was a huge favorite over Urijah Faber. He was a huge favorite. He was a pretty big favorite, And Urijah Faber, when he fought Ricky Simon, he landed that right hand over the top, on Ricky Simon, and he knocked him out, And what did Urijah Faber say after the fight? He said experience, experience, and he is absolutely right. He's 100% right. Experience matters. Experience is so important in this sport. Now, I'm not saying Ricky Simon is a bad fighter. Ricky Simon is a pretty good fighter. He's a pretty good prospect. He's rising up. He's getting better. But Ricky Simon, he fought Urijah Faber. And Urijah Faber has so much experience. He fought against some of the best fighters in the UFC, even though he lost. I mean, if you look at all the people that Urijah Faber lost to, almost all of them are like top level fighters, like really, really good fighters. He lost to Dominic Cruz, who's an amazing fighter. He lost to Frankie Edgar, who is also a really good fighter. He lost to, whoever he lost to were really, really good fighters. He lost to Jose Aldo, who is one of the best featherweights of all time, right? So Urijah Faber, he lost to some of the greatest fighters. He didn't lose I don't know about every single one of his losses, but most of his losses, he lost to really, really high level fighters. Now, Urijah Faber, um he made his return in the UFC, And the thing is that sometimes fighters do this. Sometimes they retire and then they come back. Because I guess they're, I don't know, maybe it's they're bored, they have nothing to do, so they're like, what, I just want to fight again, like I used to before, right? But the thing is that when you do get older, it's good to like hang up the gloves. It's good to retire. But I mean, Ryan Faber, he made his comeback, and a lot of people, you know, um, thought he was gonna lose. A lot of people thought he was gonna lose. A lot of people didn't think he was gonna win, and it's okay. It's okay that people like, Like people didn't think he was gonna win, not because people hate him. People just didn't think he was gonna win because he was. It's like people didn't think he was gonna win because he's coming back out of retirement and he is kind of old. So a lot of people thought that maybe he's not gonna win that fight. It's not because people hate him. Like people, UFC fans love Uriah Faber. Most UFC fans, especially the hardcore fans, love Uriah Faber. But um, nobody hates him. It's just people thought that he was gonna lose, and he came back and he won. He absolutely he shocked the world. He shocked the fans, he shocked the MMA community, and now what does this win mean for Uriah Faber? So basically, um, now he beat Ricky Simon, right? Now he is now we don't exactly know what Uriah Faber like who he wants to fight next, and well, I mean we kind of know who he wants to fight next. Actually, yeah, we do know he wants to fight Henry Cejudo. He wants that title shot, right? Now, here's an amazing thing about Uriah Faber. Okay, if he he beat Ricky Simon, right? I don't think he's gonna get a title shot right after this fight. I think maybe if he gets like one or two more wins, then he'll probably get a title shot. But here's the thing: if Uriah Faber, if he beats another person, let's say he beats another fighter, right? And he beats like two more fighters or one more fighter, right? And let's say he gets a title shot against Henry Cejudo. And if he beats Henry Cejudo, that is just absolutely amazing because he came out of that would mean that he came out of retirement and he won a championship. It's kind of weird to think that because he couldn't win a championship when he was younger, but then he comes out of retirement and he wins a championship. I mean, but hey, Henry Cejudo, that's not an easy fight. We know what Henry Cejudo did to TJ Dillashaw. We know what he did to Marlon Moraes. Henry Cejudo is no joke, man. And but at the end of the day, I don't think Uriah Faber is gonna get a title shot like right away. I think he's gonna have to get one or two more wins before he gets a title shot. Now, I think Uriah Faber. Now, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna just retire. I'm pretty sure he's gonna fight like at least two or three more times until he gets a title shot. I think he is gonna try to get a title shot, like more like for sure he's gonna try to get a title shot. Because maybe he sees an opportunity that like that maybe he could win a belt. Maybe he could finally win a UFC championship. Um, and the thing is that Uriah Faber, he is a very good fighter, right? And he could beat some of the people in the bantamweight division. Now, like, who is he gonna fight next? We really don't know, but it's probably gonna be somebody from the top 10. He's gonna fight another person from the top 10, maybe the top 5. We don't really know exactly what his plan is, but in my personal opinion, I don't think he's gonna like if he. I don't think he's gonna retire. I think he actually is gonna get. He's gonna try to get a title shot. I think that's what his goal is, to get a title shot, and um, yeah, I think his goal is to get a title shot, and I guess the thing is that if he loses again, I think he probably will retire. If he does lose again, he'll probably retire because, you know, he's not like, he's 40 years old. If he loses again and then he tries to like, get a few more wins so he can get back up, and get a title shot, and like what about if he like loses again, like that's just gonna taint a fighter's legacy, it's gonna affect the fighter's legacy, So the thing is that if he does lose again, I think he will retire. But he came back and he knocked out Ricky Simon in the first round, 46 seconds into the first round. So that's really impressive by Urijah Faber, and I'm really happy to see him return. And I really do hope he does get a title shot against Henry Cejudo, because I would really love to see that fight, And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's my reaction to Urijah Faber returning. And yeah, so also I want to say that UFC Fight Night on ESPN 4 is gonna happen this Saturday. It's Rafael dos Anjos versus Leon Edwards, and I am really looking forward to that card. I'm looking forward to the main event, especially. and I will be making a prediction on that fight this week. So expect the prediction to come out like tomorrow or Friday. You know, expect the prediction to come out in one of those 2 days. I am gonna make a prediction before Saturday. It's not gonna come out on Saturday. It's gonna come out either on Thursday or Friday. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.